work in all week. All right, we put the work in all week. We got the confidence to go out, all right, and put it in when we have to at the end of the game. That's what we got to do every single week, man. We fill it up and we empty it out. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. All right, but we're all right together. We make the plays we need to make. We keep playing situational football. We won a halftime swing. We win it 10-0. We win the game by 5. That's how it works, man. We keep battling. We keep playing complimentary football. That's what it's all about. All right, great job, great effort. Appreciate everybody in this room. Thankful for everybody here. Thankful for your work. All right, everybody just keep pushing forward. I will see you on Wednesday. All right, hey. Let's go.
Hey man, hell of a win today, man. That's the way to keep fighting, man. We just got to continue to build on this week, man, and continue to improve. Hey, we got lines on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I did twice. We got to give that guy the hockey assist, right, or something. He was the pass before the pass that scored. No, that was a good one. It was a great call, and obviously Kenny did a great job. JD did a great job, so just happy it scored.
Did you know that Bevel called that play once before in Seattle with McKissick?
I was unaware of that.
So can you describe it just from your, why it worked and what you guys are looking for exactly?
Just an aggressive run set, and some safeties that like to play downhill. Those guys were aggressive players, and Kenny did a nice job of sneaking behind them, and then obviously just digging, and I put it out there far enough for him to score.
What's it say about the Bevel? You just run a couple of these at times when it really counts in a game, not like a last play, 2-point.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we went out there and did it in practice and it looked terrible, we wouldn't do it, But he had a lot of confidence in it because we executed it a couple times in practice, and same with the Green Bay play a couple weeks ago. It looked good, so I just like that he's willing to try those things, put them in. If we execute them and they look good, then he has confidence to go out there just like any other play and call it during the game. Obviously, we got to a good spot on the field to call it and got a little bang for our buck and scored.
What about your comfort level in this offense? You're going pretty good now. You touched on passes at least in your last 4 games. I think you're pretty comfortable.
There's a bunch of great players around me. I'm just trying to get the ball to those guys. They make some great plays, and we get in the end zone. Doesn't matter to me if I'm throwing it in or we're running it in. I just want to score points, and obviously left a few out there today, but made enough plays to win the game.
One more on that misdirection play. When was the first time you ran that in practice?
This week. Take that back. Maybe we ran it last week. I can't remember. Either this week or last week. I haven't been in for too long now.
Relatively new addition.
Yes.
Can you explain everything how Golladay get 8 targets one week and 2 the next, Marvin get 10 and 10, just to be open? How does that just sort of present?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the ball to our, to the guy that's open, to where the coverage tells me to throw it. I'm just trying to read every play appropriately and trusting our guys are going to win. And they're winning a bunch right now and making great plays for me. So that's just what I'm trying to do. I don't go into a game going, man, I'm going to feed this guy or feed that guy. I know we've got a bunch of talented players, and on certain plays, when we call those plays, if the look tells me to throw it somewhere, I'm going to throw it to that person and trust that they're going to make the play.
When Bevel calls that play, do you get an extra level of excitement, or when you're calling it out, you see like the receivers be like, ooh?
No, I think you got to do the opposite. I think you got to be calm and just say, okay, this is another football play. Just go execute. And we did. And if it wasn't there, I was going to throw it away, or and it was just great that it was there. And Kenny made a good play.
So you say you have to show, you kind of have to deal with more calm. You saw it, or you kind of like?
No, I think you just go out there and run it. You just try to execute the play, and that's every play, no matter the situation, whether it's 4th and goal to win the game or a double pass at the 50. You just got to try to relax and execute.
Marvin Hall is averaging 40.2 yards per catch this year. What sort of lift does that give an offense into the bench?
Yeah, he's done a great job. He's an explosive player. I think I should have thrown it to him one more time. He got behind some guys on another ball that I didn't find him on, but he's done a great job. He's a smart guy, comes in there, is in the right spot, does the right thing, and when I've given him chances, he's come through. So that was a huge play today, 3rd and 15. Anytime you convert that, it's great. You score a 50-yard touchdown on it, it's even better. So just happy for him that he's having some success.
Stopping this losing streak, you guys have had some success on offense, close calls, etc., but to kind of stop this and fight.
That was great. A team effort. Tracy went down there for a little bit. Our defense was thin in some spots, and I thought those guys played extremely tough and did a nice job. Obviously, open the game scoring with those guys was awesome. You know, a huge play by DK to pick that thing up and go score with it. You know, we shot ourselves in the foot. I made a bad play, you know, on our opening drive, so it was great to see those guys come out there and pick us up. And then, you know, it's just, you know, the rest of the day it was everybody. It takes everybody.
The third down efficiency important for you to give you guys a lift. You're really effective on long third downs.
Yeah, we didn't necessarily give ourselves the greatest situations. There's a couple I even want back where I think we could have made conversions had I been a little bit more aggressive. But, you know, I thought we did a nice job. We'd love some of those third downs to be a little bit more manageable than they were. But we scored 2 touchdowns on third down. And, you know, I don't know what the final conversion numbers were, but it felt like we did a decent job.
8 of 14 you were, but Amendola, just 8 targets, 8 catches, has had a couple big games. Just the chemistry you guys have had, how important it is to have a guy inside that you can trust.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. You know, I still think he and I can continue to build and be better, but he's doing a really nice job on the inside part of the field. Both down the field, you know, he had a nice one down the seam early in the game on a third down, big conversion for us. That was a tough one. You know, had a couple crossers in there as well. So he's doing everything for us. You know, you guys know what he is. He goes out there, works his tail off, gets open when he's supposed to get open, makes great catches, blocks in the run game. He's just a guy that just tries to do everything right.
As you mentioned, the trade deadline is Tuesday. How important is it for you guys to just do something? You know, this front office, this team, do something to give you guys.
That's the last thing on my mind, to be honest with you. I know it's on a lot of people's mind, but I'm just showing up every week with the guys that we got, whoever we got, and I'm go out there and try and win.
Time for one more.
You really did settle down after that initial mistake, but what did happen on the throw?
I got totally in between on how I wanted to throw the ball, whether I wanted to rip it over 21's head or I wanted to throw it in the back of the end zone and let Marv go get it. And somewhere in between was not a good place. So poor decision / throw, I guess. It was just a bad play. I was beating myself up pretty good about that one.
All right, thanks, guys. Did you all see what Golden did today?
Yeah, I thought he played great. I was happy for him. It looked like he had a bunch of catches, run after catch. Happy for him, but happy we won too. So, no, you guys.
Gotcha, bud.
Appreciate it.
No problem. Got it. It's a really good Giants team. They're tough. They keep coming. They play 60 minutes. You know, they battled. Really proud of our players. I think they battled all the way through the game. They stayed with it. We knew it was going to be a tough game. You know, I think the guys played tough. Made some plays when we need to make them. Got some plays we got to clean up. Did some things that I thought hurt us in the game. We gotta make sure we're not doing that because it just makes it harder. But you know, I was proud of the guys to come in halftime. They stayed with it. We made a lot of adjustments. There was a lot of corrections in the game that we were trying to make and change some stuff up midway to do the best we could there to hang in. So give the players credit. I thought they tried really hard and you know, like I said, I think that's a good team there. You know, the Giants. So.
The last couple of weeks has been tough for your defense, a lot of criticism. They didn't play a perfect game today, but they played and made the plays when it mattered most. How proud of you of them were you?
Yeah, and I totally agree. You know, it's never really perfect. We just try to be right, and the more we can be right together, then the better off we're going to be. So really proud of some of the effort out there. I thought it was really good. I think I was really I'm always proud of those guys, the way they work, to be honest with you. Even through the course of the week, I thought the defense really worked extremely hard this week and just focused on trying to everybody learn their jobs this week and try to do what they could. So there was some pretty big plays out there, pretty big moments. And I thought, you know, we always talk about trying to stay in the moment, not think about what's the next thing, what's going to happen, and do all that. And I thought the guys did a good job of that. That's the biggest thing for us, just play that play in that moment. And for the most part, I thought we were pretty good.
You guys dialed up a little bit more pressure.
I'll circle it. Go ahead.
Looks like you guys dialed up a little bit more pressure. Was it just more execution-based, or was the call a little bit more aggressive today?
Yeah, no, I think it was just probably a little bit more pronounced. I mean, I think some of those calls have been made previously and maybe not noticed from that aspect of it. So, you know, really just the normal aspect of it. Just glad that we executed, really, to be honest with you. Thought we, you know, got a couple of looks that we wanted to get, and we were able to kind of execute them at that standpoint. Go to Mitch, hang on, I'm coming.
Double pass or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
What was the thinking in terms of calling it at that time?
Yep.
Do you hold your breath when a play like that is called?
Yep. So obviously, you know, a couple weeks ago we threw one out there to start one of the games. So in practice, the players know that I have to see it in practice, and it has to work the first time. We're not really going to take another look at it. So it worked. They all started yelling first play. I said, I don't think so. And so we just, you know, as the week went, we talked about it and felt good enough about it where I thought, you know, we had a specific spot, specific time we wanted to take a shot at it. So, you know, we let it rip, and it was great execution. It worked very well in practice, and I'm just glad it worked in the game. You know, they had the flea flicker on the other side, so I was holding my breath on that one. We didn't do so well on that. I'm working here, and then coming right to Mike's spot.
It looked like you had a discussion with the officials on the Golladay fumble. Considered challenging. They talked to you about that.
Yeah, make sure which one. So the fumble that was switched over, they recovered, right? So again, it's just the whole conversation of once that's a change of possession, those are automatically reviewed and all that. And I was like, yeah, I just wanted to get the exactly what I was trying to get information, find out what they were looking at, what they were talking about from that standpoint.
So when you called for what were your verbal blockers into making uses of it? Like, is it you have certain times? Like
Sure.
to sell you more than
Yeah.
kind of thing?
You know, all of those are different week by week, you know, depending on what those looks are and what those plays are. I'd say most teams in the NFL have something every single week. It's just whether or not it gets called from that aspect of it. And you're really looking for very specific kind of scenarios where you know tendencies may be high or something where you just you're trying to play calculated risk, you know, and just make sure that you have the best situation available. So that was what we were looking for. It actually just kind of came up in the game and hit, so called it, went with it.
Daryl, or is that Daryl through you?
I mean, I think it's just coaching. I mean, you know, coaching, players love it, coaches love it, if you can get it right. If it's not right, it's not good. It's okay.
McKissick's in the locker room that Bevel called that play once before when they were in Seattle. Does that mean, I'm curious the origins of that play. I mean, is that
Yeah.
coming to you and saying it was before? Or?
Yeah, no, that was, you know, Bev, and they worked that out offensively. Yeah, I just looked at it in practice and liked it, so it was good.
And then, as Walker goes down, get an update on film, and how proud are you of the defense and your team was able to hold up down stretch without him and Quandre and so forth?
I mean, I saw Tracy briefly, you know, as I was kind of making my rounds. He said, you know, he's fine. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I said, cool, you know. So he brought the team up after and everything like that. So we'll look at it tomorrow from that standpoint. I think the guys on the sideline did a really good job, and honestly, they did a good job all week in the back end of just kind of being calm, being settled, and you know, we made a lot of adjustments in the game. I would say we made some adjustments even before that situation happened, and just had a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of personnel and a lot of positions and all that stuff, and I think those guys handled that really well. So it was good. It was good. Again, I appear, I don't know. No, nothing.
Today, starting with Trey Flowers right off the bat. What did you see from that group, and are you able to, I guess, ascertain anything going forward, or is that kind of the plan?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got to, you know, do a good job looking at the tape, see what that looks like. I mean, just for the feel in the game, I thought those guys were trying to run hard. I thought they were trying to, you know, get downhill when they had to and trying to execute the blocks, or I mean, execute the run plays. I think the blocks, we had some good plays that were blocked really well and some that were not. So, you know, it's always a collective effort from that standpoint with those guys. But I thought from the backfield, you know, it just looked on the ground like we were, you know, they were running hard. That's for sure.
Yeah, a couple of days, and I know that's Bob Quinn's area, but how involved do you get with any discussions with him? And do you guys sit down and powwow on what you might look at?
You know, I mean, as of the current moment right now, it's been the Giants, really, to be honest with you. We're just trying to, you know, do a good job here today, and, you know, we'll see. I mean, Bob and I talk every day, which is great, you know, so we'll see where we go from there. But right now for us, it was, you know, just proud of the team. Like I said, I think that's a really good Giants team. I think they're a good young team that's playing tough and getting better each week, and the quarterback is playing at a high level. That running back is unbelievable now. He's a phenomenal player. Not only the run, but the pass, you know, just his ability to get into open space, catch the ball, make guys miss. He plays with low pad level. He's a really, really good player.
Just to follow up on that question real quick, because Bob said, you know, the trade deadline. There was a report that you guys have gotten calls about Darius Slay since the other day. What are your intentions with him? Do you want to keep him?
Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about all that stuff the other day. I've just been focused on the Giants. There's been nothing new on my end. Nope.
Specifically, though, do you want to keep him?
Again, I want everybody. I mean, we got to try to win, got to put everybody out there. So, I mean, for us, we're just, you know, I enjoy the team we got. I'm trying to coach them as hard as we can, and we'll go from there. But, you know, I just want to give credit to the players that played in the game today and just talk about the Giants. I mean, I think our guys really battled really hard today. So, hang on one second.
340 and 3 touchdowns, and was up here talking about, you know, the couple that he missed and sort of limiting those. Like, can you put in perspective just what he's doing right now and how he's played so far this season?
I think there's no probably, you know, truer look at who he is. You know, he's just a competitive guy. He always wants to be, you know, the best, and he's great. You know, he works really hard. He's competitive. He's tough. He's grinding it out every single day. He did a great job today. leading the offense and just staying consistent all the way through. Handles pressure really well. You just gotta love the guy. You gotta love how hard he works. You gotta love how he battles. You gotta love how tough he is, and he's smart. We meet every week. We go through stuff, and it's great. I really enjoy all that. So, just glad for the team. I think the team's been working really hard. I think we had, it's been a rough couple weeks here for us. I think the guys have been fighting. I think they've been battling. I think they've really, we've been in a couple close games where we had a chance to win, and that stuff's hard. These guys put a lot into this stuff, and when it doesn't go the way you want it to, it can weigh you down. And I'm just glad that we went out there and found a way to win. That's all that really matters. The NFL's hard, man. It's hard to find wins. Go ahead.
Along those lines, you had a lot of run, pass sequences where you were in deep third downs, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 15, but you converted.
Yeah.
Passing, how critical was that to keep going?
Yeah.
And a lot of that was on Matthew, were the receivers. Did you have confidence that you'd be able to make those long 3rd downs? That's why you kept running on 1st and 2nd?
There might be some interesting thought to that. Yep. I think for us, we're just trying to play the game the way we have to in those moments. I think we were just trying to stay consistent, and I think for the run game itself, the yards may not look great all the time, but it does wear teams down. It does wear people out. It gives the O-line a chance to come off the ball. It gives the backs time. They got to tackle. They got to try to get off blocks. You're pushing on people. It just keeps things going forward. So for a couple series there, I thought it was important and just had confidence. Built up through the course of the week that we had a good 3rd down plan, felt confident about that. So in some of those situations, I don't think we're always worried, but I think we just felt we could go out and execute really regardless in those. So I think we were okay there.
Matt, earlier this week, you talked about just sometimes managing depth in situations where emergencies happen.
Yeah.
It did look like you were debriefing Ken Wiggins in Snack's game. I just wondered if that was a serious consideration that he's an emergency option if you're kind of running short on DTs.
Kenny, he's a big guy. He can do a lot of different things. He can block kicks. He can, he's always ready to go. Kenny thinks he can probably play quarterback. So I think he and I have a lot of conversations.
What's like the building today? Was there some building?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but we had treatment some of that stuff too. So
You mentioned.
Yeah, were you also playing the clock here at the end of the first half to the times as you not letting them get the ball back as you felt scoring? Look at that.
Clock is very important at the end of the half, especially when we got the ball to start the second half. So, yeah, there were some things in there we were trying to do. What's that? Time's important. Clock's important. Yeah, Dave, I'm not going to really get into it. I'm not, we just kind of knew this morning kind of where we were when we woke up as far as some of that stuff. So, I got to the stadium, sat in my office, got ready for the game, got told a couple things, and then we went. So we were pretty good. I'm not going to elaborate on any of that. About what?
Not that Jones and what he could be able to do.
You know what? Not really. I think he's a really good young player. I think I talked about that during the week. How he could, handle some pressure, step up in the pocket, and how he's a big guy. He's really tall. He's really long in that sort of regard. And some of that pressure that gets pushed on him, I just saw on tape. He didn't really affect him that much. He steps up and dips through, and he's very athletic. So there's a couple plays out there where, I was worried he was going to get out and move and use his athleticism and all that stuff. I was worried about that and some of those plays and being able to extend or run. He had one that I think that was close on one of the maybe 3rd downs early in the game. So I thought it was a lot of what I saw on tape of him just as being a really good young player. I think he's going to be a really, really good player going forward. So, and he's very calm. Doesn't look really rattled on the field or any of that either.
The running back Saquon Barkley is. What does it mean for this defense trying to get a good performance and stopping a guy like that on the ground?
Yeah, again for us, we tend to stay just kind of even keel with everything. We never tend to get too high, too low with all that stuff. We don't like to ride the wave. So great, good from a number standpoint. But I'm sure there's a lot of plays in there that we got to do a better job of just getting coached up and taught and technique. And we'll just keep pushing forward to try to get better. Because what would be nice is to try to just do it consistently. I think that'd be the biggest challenge for us going forward. From that standpoint.
Feels good. Obviously, a lot goes into a sack. Obviously, the preparation, the hard work as far as individually, and then obviously collectively as a team. Guys, making them hold the ball, guys doing their job, guys keeping them in the pocket. So, a lot goes with a sack, and obviously to get home and to create a big play, feels good. So.
A lot of injuries in the back end. What was it like down the stretch for you guys as you tried to kind of close this one out with a bunch of your key guys?
Yeah, you know, we just understand it's part of football. We had some young guys that had to step up and had to come in and just, you know, pick up the pieces. So I think they did a good job, and, you know, we just continue to fight, continue to claw, and, you know, that's just assessment to this team as far as, you know, everybody, you know, is one play away, 2 plays away from, you know, being out there and being depended on. So, you know, they was well prepared, and, you know, we continued to fight and came up with a victory. So.
Do you feel pressure to get sacks, or is it more about disrupting?
Yeah. A lot about disrupting. Obviously, you know, the big play is the sack, so you want to make a big play, but you know, as long as you just continue to work, continue to pressure the guy, you know, make him throw it early, make him throw it overhead, throw it in the dirt. You know, you just got to understand that, you know, what comes with a sack is a lot. You know, the quarterback has to hold the ball. The quarterback, you know, has to stay in the pocket. The guys in the back end has to do their job. So, you know, if he don't throw the ball, then you want him to throw it early. So guys in the back end maybe can pick it off or get a tip and things like that. So, you know, you just want to create big plays. Yeah.
It just feels good. You know, we still got a few more things to fix. You know, we kind of had a few penalties on the offensive side of the football in the red zone that backed us up. So just little stuff like that we just got to continue to work on.
Touchdown grab, can you take us through?
Which one?
First one.
The defender tried to undercut it, so I pretty much just had to, you know, just hands it and not really let him get too close to it. And I just snatched it away, quick turn, made sure both feet was in.
Now on the second one, tell us, did you have to sell anything to not maybe break free?
A little run fake. When I was saying the safety shoot, I just took off.
You feel like you were as open as you looked?
I knew I was. Because when the safety came, I knew I just had to beat 41, and I already had the angle on him, and I just kept it high instead of just put a ball out there for me.
I feel like we did a better job stopping the run against a very talented back, one of the best backs I've ever played against personally. So, you know, I'm proud of what we did, but, you know, we got to build upon it and try to keep it rolling.
By and large, you guys.
With the way that the defense had played the last 3 weeks, and a lot of the criticism falling on you guys' inability to get the big stop and stop the run, how important was it for you guys to come out with that kind of energy and that kind of intensity of performance?
Just to be able to play 4 quarters defensively. I feel like we played good ball, really good ball at times, but, you know, some of the losses we have, we didn't finish, or even the tie early in the year. So to be able to, you know, get some stops late in the game, you know, that's something I'm really proud of. You know, we stopped them when we needed to stop them, and put ourselves in position to win.
What did you think of Daniel Jones?
Great young quarterback. You know, I think he has a bright future.
How much fun is it when they're diving in?
more, guys.
You guys have a lot of opportunities out there.
You know, it was a lot of fun for us. You know, a few guys had sacks today, and being able to put pressure on them, you know, that's always a good thing.
I'm sorry if you already answered this, but the touchdown early, just talk me through that, because a lot of people didn't know what was going on in that play, but you scooped it up and took it back.
Yeah, you know, I was dropping off, and I had him in coverage, and he was running like a flare route, and I saw the ball. I didn't see the hit, but I saw the ball kind of just come out weird, so I figured he got hit, and you know, our coaches always emphasize when the ball's on the ground, go pick it up. So I saw it, and I didn't know for sure, but I went and ran and picked it up and ran to the end zone, and you know, I let the refs make that decision, and now I got 6 points, so I'll take it.
You know, it's just really important for us to kind of lock arms and rally behind one another. You know, it feels good when you go out and you have the full, you know, confidence of, you know, you feel that, you know, from the rest of the guys in the locker room, you know, and they express that to me all the time. And, you know, it feels really good to know that, you know, those guys believe in me, and so I go out and try to, you know, do my best to try to produce for the team, you know, and try to hold my end of the bargain up, you know, so I can, you know, play for those guys. So.
Certainly defense is a complementary unit, and when the guys are getting pressure up front and they're blitzing and forcing pressures, how important is it for you guys to capitalize and just be able to take advantage of those situations like you did today?
Oh, for sure. You know, it definitely makes it easier, you know, as a DB when the quarterback's on the ground. So, you know, I'll take that 10 times out of 10. But, you know, I think we've done, you know, a really good job of just, you know, communicating and, you know, continuing to build our chemistry out there, and, you know, just more than anything, just running to the ball and just, you know, showing high effort and try to make plays at the point of attack.
I know that was a point of emphasis, the gang tackling, just kind of running to the ball, and how key was it that you guys were able to do that wrap up when there were so many execution mistakes in the last couple of weeks?
Right. I mean, you know, if there's ever a guy who gets in the open field, I mean, we just got to, you know, correct it in the moment, do what we can in the moment, which is get him on the ground. Get him on the ground and, you know, live to fight another down. So, you know, that's something that we take, you know, a lot of pride in, and, you know, we're just growing every week, and you know, I know I can speak for myself when I say I'm doing the same thing.
How hard of a back is Barkley to take down? He looks like
right. He's definitely as advertised. You know, can be at point A to point B. You know, yesterday. You know, really strong lower body. You know, a lot of really good change of direction, but. At the same time, you know, that's when you depend on, you know, the rest of your guys. You know, you get to them, you know, stick them, wrap them up, you know, and then we need all 11, you know what I mean, to be at the point of attack, you know, with a back like that.
I felt like we had a good week, you know, put a lot of good work in during the preparation, and, you know, we feel like we left some plays out there still. You know, we can still play better, and but we're really happy that we won, so that's the goal of every game.
Was there something you guys saw from the Giants that made you know that you'd be able to get as many opportunities as you did today?
I mean, they're a good football team, and we knew we were going up a well-coached team, you know, fast, fly around, they can hit, so and we're just really excited to get a win.
Describe your connection with Matthew Stafford. I mean, whenever you guys needed a first down, it seemed like he targeted you there.
Oh, he's a great quarterback, man. I love playing with Matthew. You know, he's the leader of our team, and he had a great day today, and I know he's excited for the win.
With as well as you guys played, but you say you still left some things out there. How encouraged are you or how confident does it make you for really what this offense is capable of doing?
We're going to continue to grow with, you know, whatever we put out there on the field. We can get better with the plays that we, you know, hit on, and then some of the plays that we didn't. So we're going to continue to grow and continue to get better.